What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now I feel like I am officially back. The weather is warming up. It is almost summertime. No, it's not. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it feels like it. The sun is out. The weather is warmer. Now we are still getting some pretty cold weather, but in the next few days we're about to have 80 degrees, which is insane. So what that means is I need to go ahead and get the bad boy cleaned up, get a few of the mods in, and then we can take her out to the lake and start fishing again. I am super excited. But before we get back to fishing, I still have a few fish tank mods I need to set up, and a few more fish tanks actually. Yeah, it's becoming a problem. But real quick, before we go fishing, let's set up a few fish tanks. How is this guy even looking? The boat has definitely been neglected, but easy cleanup, vacuum out, and she will be looking brand new again. But real quick, let's go inside. Look at this, you guys can't even see me, it's so bright outside. Let's go inside, and I have a few updates on the fish tanks for you guys. So let's go check those out real quick. Check out that catfish. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Guys, check it out. Right there at the tip of my finger. That is the very first baby snail that I have seen in the tank. How freaking awesome is that? Now, I threw 3 snails in here, but I saw eggs in here, so I threw the eggs all in this tank, and I was just checking it out. I threw a piece of cucumber back in there, and just happened to catch that little guy swimming around, or I guess crawling around. But that is cool. That means the eggs have hatched, and that's the start of our snail problem. I say problem because I know these snails are gonna freaking take off and just keep having babies. So, yep. But I'm down for it. I am down for just to see what happens. Let them all hatch and see what happens. Oh look, there's another one right there on the glass. Oh God, how did I not see all these? One there. There's 3 right here. 4, 5, 6. Didn't even see them. They're right in front of my face. So yeah, there's probably a ton of snails in here. There's the big ones back there, chilling on that glass. All right, snails are starting to take off. So I have this idea for a tank. I want to set up another 10-gallon tank, and I am setting up different types of plants in these little bowls. Just getting a few of the plants set up. All right, so here is the bowl all filled with the plants. Not the best looking right now, but once it grows and fills out, it will look a whole lot better. I did trim some of the longer pieces just to make it all kind of the same level. I could have done that way better, but we'll see how it grows. But here's the other 2 I have right there. We're slowly stacking these up. I'm going to drop this back down into the tank. Nice and easy. So in the last video I mentioned this is the snail tank. We had snails show up here, and I threw them all in this tank. Well, today we just realized that there are snails in this tank, and the weird thing is they are bigger than the ones that are in this tank. So they may have been in this tank for a while. I just haven't seen them. I don't know, but today we see like 5 of them on this front glass. So I need to get these snails out of this tank and put into this tank here. All right, guys, so these guppy are about 4 weeks old now. It is really hard to film them because they're constantly moving, but they're getting pretty big. They are getting some color and some details on the tail. You can kind of see the black color there is pretty dark and it's split up now. But yeah, they're growing, they're doing good. Awesome to see. Also, I threw in some top water plants in here just to kind of help out with any nitrates, anything like that, ammonia. It is growing insanely fast inside these tanks. When I first started these tanks, I wanted a lot of these top water plants, and we're now at the point where we're getting too many. Of course, we do have 2 more tanks to set up, so we can throw some in there. So we went to all the fish stores to go check out some fish, and while I was there, I got some guppies for the tank. Now, I saw this pregnant guppy in the tank, and she looked way bigger than the rest of them, so I wanted her for sure because I've been trying to have my guppy have her babies, and she is just taking her sweet time. So I got this one, and I saw 5 little baby guppies, or guppy fry, in the tank. I wasn't sure if it was from her, but what happens tomorrow, the next day from this video, I definitely think it was from her, but that may be a hint to what happens next. I'm sure the title of this video is a hint as well, but yeah, I'm excited. Anyway, the lady in the store did catch one of the baby guppies, so we're already one guppy ahead as well. Got that for free. Sick. But we also got this baby Placo as well. We're gonna name her Penelope the Placo. Yeah, pregnant guppy going into the breeding tank along with the other pregnant guppy. All right, y'all need to have some babies. Here's another little guppy going into the community tank. That guy is yellow, but doesn't have no color right now. It's pretty stressed out. Here is the baby guppy. We picked out the smallest little Placo they had. We could have got one about 4 times or maybe 10 times the size of it, but this is cool because we really watch it grow out. So we're gonna throw this one in the baby guppy tank. So now we have 5 little guppies and then 1 Placo in here. We'll dump these out. Alright guys, so I just fed the guppies, and while I was looking in here, I just saw some babies. So, there's one right there. So freaking cool. It is about time. So I don't know if it was the original pregnant mama I had in here or the other one. Oh, it might be that one. It was definitely the one I just bought yesterday that had her babies because she is way smaller now. So, I'm gonna go ahead and take her out, put her back in this big tank because she's done. I literally just bought this girl yesterday and she already had her babies. That is awesome. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and scoop out the baby that I see right here. I just moved out some of these floating plants and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's a lot of babies in here. And if she has more, she'll just have them in this tank. This water temp is exactly the same, by the way, so don't get acclimated or anything. All right, that was quick. I literally saw her pregnant in the store just yesterday, so I bought her, and she's already had her babies. So I caught all the guppies, or I think I caught them all, but at first I saw 5 just swimming around this area here. And then I looked back in this back corner right here, and I saw like 50 babies. There's still one right there. So I'm getting down to the last bit of them. But look how many babies she just had. Absolutely insane. No way I can count. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So roughly about 35 to 40 baby guppies. Alright, it is time to dump these into the grow out tank. I would have loved to get an official count on these guys, but there's just no way. Baby guppies everywhere. Freaking awesome. All right, I'm gonna write the date down on this tank so we can keep track of how old these guppies are. Man, that is freaking awesome. I am stoked. Now time to feed these guys, see if they'll eat. Make sure there's none in the bowl stuck to the glass. I got some First Bite fish food here. I like to just dip my fingers in it. And the amount that gets stuck to my fingers is usually enough. Now, it is possible that they both had their babies, but this girl here still has a huge belly, while this one does not. I don't know, I still think this one has babies for sure, because her belly is just still huge. Alright, so here is the game plan. So this is a lot of guppies, and this is only a 5-gallon tank. Now, this is a 10-gallon tank. So what I'm gonna do is once this girl has her babies, I'm gonna take this guppy out, put her back in the main tank, and then put all these baby guppies in here. And then the grow out tank will be a 10-gallon tank instead of the small 5-gallon tank. We may have a lot of guppies, maybe over 100, depending on how much she has. But yeah, so far we got quite a bit. Obviously too much to count, but it is pretty insane how much we got. Now we just gotta wait for this girl to have her babies. I did throw in some more top water plants. I googled it and it said water lettuce will suck up the nitrates super good. So I threw some dwarf water lettuce I had in there. I'm gonna throw some more as well, but yeah, buddy, it's looking good. I'm happy we had babies. I'm glad I bought that guppy yesterday because it literally had her babies in one day. They all look good, they all look healthy. So I do want to keep some guppies, have a bunch of guppies in here, turn this into a guppy tank. But I'm gonna get rid of these goldfish, and then I may put these big Buna Aries tetras in there. I don't think they can eat a guppy. I know they can't eat a guppy. There's guppies in there. But if I put in these small fry eventually, they I just don't want a chance of them eating them. So those guys will probably be put into their own tank, and there's only 3 of them, so that would be the perfect amount for a 10-gallon tank. And those fish are really cool, so hopefully more shrimp soon. Still waiting on this orange shrimp to have her babies, but she is taking her sweet time. Give a like for these baby guppies. That is so freaking cool. I'm stoked. But I'll catch y'all in. Oh, by the way, I'm going fishing very soon. I'm gonna pull the boat out, go wash it, and then we are fishing all day, every day that I can until it gets cold again after 3 days. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.